His hair was wild, like he'd slept in a field. On TV, he was clean-shaven, styled with gunk. But on the small stage in front of Ali, Ed Catchpole looked feral, unpredictable. She couldn't look at him now, from her seat on the front row. Too risky. But she could feel him looking at her. She froze, like a field mouse as a hawk flies overhead. "What's your name?" Ed drew level with her, holding his mic out towards her mouth. Shit, she thought. Her face muscles locked into a grimace, and she heard "Alison" come out of her mouth, her voice squeaking. Why did she say that? Only her mother called her Alison. Ed broke into song. "Alison," he crooned. Then the line about knowing the world was killing her. It was her dad's favourite Elvis Costello song, the one he'd named her after. Ali wanted to shrink and fall through a gap in the floorboards. She often felt like she took up too much space, but she couldn't deny that the sound of her name in his mouth set a small furnace going in her stomach. Ed was leaning over her, rocking forward and back, as though to the music in his head. "And is this your boyfriend, Alison?" Her eyes screwed shut, and her whole face felt like it was made of teeth. She couldn't bring herself to look up at him, or at the stranger next to her, but she could feel the stranger shaking his head, probably embarrassed to be paired with her by the man from the TV. She'd never felt more alone, but she couldn't go home. It was either this or spend the rest of the worst day of her life getting drunker on the sofa and ignoring the unopened envelope on the coffee table. She sensed Ed's bulk moving away as he ducked under the lights to peer at a new target on the other side of her neighbour. "So, are you his lover?" He pronounced the last word as though French, lowering his mic and glancing back for a second, catching Ali's eye. He winked and returned to his work. Ali pushed her back against the hard plastic of her chair, looking at her hands in her lap, willing her pulse to slow down. She wanted to tell someone that she had been someone's lover, even if it was just for 3 weeks and 1 day. But then she'd have to tell them that it didn't count because of what she'd done. An unforgivable thing.